watching a Youth TV, empowering you.
Yes, thank you very much. I am Sankara Verhanga. You're still watching the Startup Talk on Youth TV. We are also live on Ankole Reality TV. This is the Startup Talk, though today we are having a mentor, a lifetime mentor. One would comfortably call him that, because the lessons you get from here is perhaps going to be very, very much living with you for the whole of your life. Sometimes we believe we've gone through a lot, but when you meet such people, you get to realize that you've actually not even started your journey, because we are hosting Dr. Nathan KAREMA, who has been telling us a story of him battling, becoming, political prisoner for some good number of times, but today is a celebrated entrepreneur with very many chairmanship on different boards of different organizations. You don't just get there, you get there on merit. And from what we already learned is he's a go-get person, and he told us that it is never about the job you're doing, but what effort you're putting in to make sure that that job gets done the way it is expected to get done. Now, before we go, we went for a short break. He was still telling us how he was arrested for a year and beyond. Not guilty, innocent. Was that all, doctor, with you and prisons?
I was released from High Court and given a course, and I did not have shoes, I did not have anything. I was only dressed in Red Cross clothes. So imagine having been in prison for all that time, now you are just let free. I was looking at everything as new.
Yes.
The first thought was that I should go to Uganda House. Uganda House was the headquarters of Uganda Post Congress.
Ah, yes, that was the UPC building.
Yes. I said, there's nothing else now. If I go to Uganda House and get there, then everything will be done. They'll help me, they'll give me money, I can get my accommodation where I can sleep, I can get my people, so on. Let me go there.
Because you've really been there for them.
Yes, for them, so much. And I was a powerful person. Ministers would just stand for me. This commission of war was a very powerful person.
Yes.
Yes. So I go slowly. I cross the road. I get to Uganda House. As I was getting into Uganda House, the in charge of finance, he died. I don't want to mention his name. He says, "Hey, are you not KAREMA? No, you stay there. Stay in that corner. Askari, keep him there. If NRA sees me, sees you entering here, they can burn this building. Don't come. We are going to tape you so that you can go home." I said, let me come and I tell you, so that I don't have any shoes. How do I go? Say, you stay there. He refused me to go to his office. Before I go to his office and he stands up for me. Now he's in charge of finances of Uganda Post Congress, Obote Foundation.
Yes.
He has refused to give me any help. He has told me not to go up. It is from that time that I left UPC. That minute. is when
You felt betrayed.
Yes. What a party. That cannot remember how I suffered for the party for 5 years in LUWEERO. My life, been in prison for no other reason. I've never killed a person.
Surviving several times.
Yes. Now,
At that time, was Obote in the country?
no, he had left. He had left.
left.
The country. He had left.
Yes.
He was in Zimbabwe, in Zambia. So, I remained there. After about 30 minutes, a girl comes down with 100 shillings. 100 shillings at that time was a lot of money. So he says, I've given you this 100 shillings. Please just go to the park, go to Mbarara. Don't come back here again.
With an excuse of you're about to cause problems for us.
Yes, if they saw me going up KAREMA, they knew. They didn't know that I had been released. They thought I had escaped. But I had been released by High Court. So, get my money. I just walk on foot. I didn't have shoes. So I go slowly.
In your Red
I go
Cross
to Chiembe.
outfit.
Yes, I go to Chiembe. There's a Chiembe there before you get the tax park, the old tax park. There were women who are selling clothes. I buy a shirt, 2 shillings. You know, remember they had changed the money. The money had value at that time. I buy a shirt, 2 shillings. I buy shoes. I didn't buy socks. I just had shoes only, and then a shirt and trousers. I went to Chiembe. I changed it. I threw those Red Cross clothes there. I went down the tax park. I got into a taxi. I came to Mbarara. I arrived here at the bus park. People saw me. There was another person. People gathered around me. Said, "This is KAREMA. This is KAREMA. This is KAREMA. This is KAREMA." Yes. Everybody was crying. See how I was looking like. So I was helped by someone. I went home, the village, because my house was being occupied by the army. This house was occupied by the army. It was headquarters of the army. I couldn't come here. So I went to the village. I remained there for some time. For many years, about for 3 years. Then there was an advert in the newspaper that they wanted some people in NOSEM. There was an organization called NOSEM, National Civic Education for Elections. This is why I'm going to for elections for national what?
Just like today we have, we have those. We have a team from Electoral Commission that come and teach us.
Yes, they were teaching down civil education. They were going to elect the CA, Constituent Assembly. So we had to teach people, to educate people, how to vote, what have you, all that nonsense. So I went for interview. You know, Justice Bosa.
Justice Bosa.
Yeah.
I've heard about him.
Yes, she was our chairman. And I went through the interview. They made me the in charge here in the whole region, in Mbarara. They gave me a vehicle. I started teaching people, educating people how to vote, how to organize people. They had voting was a problem at that time. So teaching them how to tick, what to do, what. Now,
you're doing that professionally this time, no politics?
Yes, no politics. No politics. Now, one lady, it was a big job, it was a big appointment. One lady came and found me. I was teaching and said, "How can you KAREMA, who was fighting NRA yesterday, can be having such a job? You mean there are no other people?" I said, "I'm finished now." The following day, I was arrested by a man called Mbarara.
That was another staunch UPC then, is it?
No, Mbarara was intelligence officer. He was the intelligence officer in Mbarara.
Ah, the other one was Rulangaranga.
Hey, this was Rubaramira Ruranga.
Yes.
He arrested me. I remember Rubaramira Ruranga, I was with him in Cuba.
Yeah,
he was my OB.
Yes.
So he knew me.
People that went, yeah.
I said, my OB, you are arresting me. You want to kill me? When you remember when we were suffering together in Cuba, now you want to kill me? He said, I'm taking you. You killed people. You know why he took me? Because he had taken my shop in Mbarara. On the high street, I had a shop with my wife who had the shop there. 12A, High Street. He had turned it into his bar. So he didn't want me to be there. He took me straight to public house, where Mugisha Muntu was in charge of, I think, military intelligence or something. Mugisha Muntu receives me, says, hey Karema, what's the problem again? So Baramera Ranga brought me here that I killed people. I said, no, you sit there. I was there for a whole day. In the evening, they take me to Wandegea prison. You go and sleep there, tomorrow they will release you and you go home. In the morning, you know where they took me? CPS. CPS now, they put me in CPS. I was there for 3 weeks in CPS.
I mean,
press came now. There was a paper called Focus, a newspaper called Focus, and there was Munansi. They see the former Commissioner of LUWEERO is now back in prison. He's saying either the paper was either kill me or release me. That was the paper. Me telling Museveni, either you kill me or release me. I'm tired.
Was it so, or were you saying that it was the
yes, they came and found me in prison.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I told them, you write that either Museveni kills me or releases me. The following day, they removed me from CPS and took me to where? To Exile. Again. Second time. For no reason whatsoever. But this time I was not there for long. Again, habeas corpus. For after 2 months, I was released again.
2 months is still a long time anyway.
So when I came, I started mixing up with other people and so on. Then there were allegations that I was, telling people to vote UPC and not vote UPM, blah 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 blah. Then Museveni said, "Who is this young man? Who is this Karema? Must be arrested." And was on TV. I saw him directing it. I ran the bush. I hid.
So, sorry, this was, we were approaching which elections now?
Now that was CA, Constituent Assembly.
The
elections,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just go and hide. I go to Kampala. Now I'm starting going to Exile now. I go to Kampala. I am helped by a certain soldier. I will not mention his name. He buy me a ticket, give me uniform. He died. I've been taking care of his mother. His mother died recently. Gave me his uniform, escorted me to the airport, dressed in military uniform, disguised as an army officer, got into a plane, London, went to Exile.
London, you already had connections?
No, I don't know. I just arrived there. They said, I'm seeking for asylum. I surrendered, seeking for asylum. They had read about LUWEERO. I told them the whole story.
Yes.
I was given asylum there and then. There and then, at the airport. I was given a house, I was given what. The life started afresh. After about 6 months, I organized with the United Nations. My family was also brought to UK.
I think, if you don't mind, could use this opportunity to talk about your family, and a few minutes to come, we will concentrate on the business. We missed that opportunity.
Yes. My family had remained behind. So I organized with the United Nations. There is a department called Family Reunion in a refugee organization. So I approached them. They are connected with people here.
Yes.
There's a friend of mine who connected them, and then they went to Kenya. When they went to Kenya, they were given air tickets, which brought them to UK. Then when joined them, then we started new life in UK. Right? While in UK, I started the chapter, UPC chapter in UK. I was the chairman.
At that time, were you in connection with Obote?
Yes.
Because the last time we had, you had really hated UPC.
Yes.
Okay.
We're in touch with Obote. I will talk to Obote all the time with this Director General of ISO. You know him?
The current or
yes, the current?
The current is who?
He's
last time I checked was
young man. So he's there. He's a friend of mine. Don't mind. So we were there. We were talking with the boat, and I was the chairman of UPC branch in London. So we went there, and I decided to take on reading now. Reading, right? I went back to school because I could not get a very good job in London without having their own,
standard of education.
Yes. Remember, I had not done my A level here.
Yes.
So I had to go for mature education for 2 years. Where you go and you are trained for 2 years, prepare you to go for higher education.
When you're there, do you have something that you're working on? I mean, how are you earning, how are you paying?
No, free. The education you get free.
That's part of us.
When you're a refugee, you just study for free.
Yes.
So now, you know what now? You know what now? I'm in senior 5 and senior 6 there. Almost. That replaces senior 5 and senior 6, which I missed here.
Yes.
You see how God can reward you. Now I go for education, for high education, training for high education. I trained for 2 years. I go to university, get a degree. When I finish a graduate like today, next week I go for another course, master's degree. I do master's degree.
All that is within their system.
Yes.
Studying for free.
Yes.
Wow.
Right? I get jobs now. Wonderful jobs. Research. I go into research. HIV and AIDS. I start giving talks. Making research. You said it. You make research and they give you a lot of money.
That's how we become a doctor?
Yes. No. That hasn't come yet. That hasn't come yet. I became a doctor when I was here in Uganda. I did my PhD when I was here in Uganda. I was having a master's degree there. So I started becoming a researcher, doing research in HIV and AIDS and so on. Uganda knew what I was doing because I would address conferences where Ugandans are.
where we're looking for.
I'm going to tell you a very interesting story what happened now. Yes. How I came to come here. Very interesting. I'm addressing people in Brussels. A very big conference about HIV and AIDS. The efficacy of ARVs, of Africans versus whites. And it was my topic. Now I go to introduce myself. Right? I am Nathan Karema, a Ugandan born in Uganda, blah 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 blah.
You mentioned
now I'm a British citizen, blah 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 blah. Do you know who is in the conference? Jim Mwezi is attending that conference. There is Brigadier Mayombo.
Yes.
He was minister. He was permanent secretary, minister of he was permanent secretary in health. Is it? Was it health? Yes, he was in health. Was in health? I think so.
At the time he was killed, I
don't know. I don't know what happened. He was there. Now, as we were having tea break, I see Jim Wezi. Hello. I see Mayombo. Hello, Karema. I said, oh my God. That one was Director General of Intelligence. Yes. Another one is a brigadier. Then I'm finished.
They are here for me.
I told them. Mayombo cracks a joke. Said, "Now we got you." I said, "No way." I told them, "No way."
You knew yourself at
least. I told them, "No way, not now." I'm in the hands of the Queen. You can't.
Yes.
He started joking. He said, "Where do you get all this knowledge?" I studied. I told them I studied. This is what I do. So why can't you come back and you get the job in Uganda? I said, you people, you won't kill me again. I can't go back to Uganda. I said, no, you must come. In the evening, they called me to their hotel. We talk. You know what they did? They called Museveni, President. KAREMA is here. Want him back. Right? President talks to me. Says, why don't you Chirari no chimanya? Somebody Chirari. Yes.
Kind of prodigal.
Yes, prodigal son.
Yes.
Why did you? I heard that you went to America. Why? I said, no, sir, I'm in the UK. Say, oh, now why are you doing there? Why don't you come back? I said, but I fear Ranga might kill me. And others said, no. UPC now is in power. People who are in the government are UPC. You come, you find your friends here. I said, no. Negotiation went on for about a month or two until I said, no, I must go back. My mother was getting very old. My brothers had died, so on. I said I should go back home. I told the president, I said, I'm coming. He agreed. I said, but now, give me 2 years. So that when I come, I'm not getting the job. Instead,
you're coming to create?
Yes, to create a job. I said, what are you going to do? I said, I want to come and put up a hospital. I said, why, a clinic or a hospital? I said, a hospital. He said, you are just telling me because you don't want to come. You just come, I'll give you a job. You'll be a commissioner. I'll give you a job. I said, no, I don't want a job. He said, okay. There was Ambassador Chiria. He brought a letter to me from the president telling me to come back. It was signed by this Minister of Public Services. Says I should come. There is no problem. I should make up my mind and come back home. I don't have a case. You come home. So I told my wife, yeah, I'm going home. So after 2 years, he just wondered at the infrastructure. He saw the equipment I brought from UK. The equipment only. He said that this is, he wrote in my visitor's book, he said, this is a hospital. He was just wondering. I employed over 80 people here
at that time.
Yes, they lined up, doctors and so on. He was so grateful. The president, he started being my friend from then. He called me to Wachtura. After about 1 year, he called me to Wachtura. 1990 or 2000. I came 2003. He called me 2004 September. He said, now I want you, I thank you for what you have done. I want you to be with me, work with me in NRA. What are you doing with the, what party are you in now? I said, I don't have any party. My party died. I told him. My party died. I don't have a party. Join NRA. NRA is inclusive. He convinced me and I joined NRA. And from that time I became member of NRA. Because I saw him being frank, very frank, inclusive. I saw him, I saw the things he was doing. Eventually he released Wakasisi, my friend. I met him many more times. He invited me more times. And I became friends. We became friends. Up now, he's my friend. I don't have, there's no any other partner I can be other than any RM.
It's like you said. I see.
Right? There's no any other party. If I have to go in, if I need politics, I'll just sit in my house, period. I can't go to any other party other than any RM. I would go to UPC, but the UPC no longer. Right?
So 2 years later, when we went to this election of 2006, you were sure you were NRM.
Yes. I campaigned.
Yes.
I campaigned for the president. I campaigned for. I did everything I could do.
Had you interfaced with Besigye in the other days?
No.
He was a...
No. Besigye, I met Besigye at his petrol station. We talked a bit, but I couldn't go to any other party. I'm a straightforward person.
Yes.
I got one thing and that's it. I was new PC, period. Now NRM, period. Nothing more.
Wow.
So I came back. I just put up a hospital. After some time, I employed people, and it's very wonderful. Then after some time, when we were campaigning in 2015, I moved around the whole of Western region here. I saw fruits. You know, these wealth creation.
Yes, operation.
They supply crops, they supply seeds, they transfer everything, right? So I went there and I found fruits, all of them falling down on the ground. I could see mangoes, all wasted on the road. I said, no, this can't continue. I looked for money. I put up a very big factory in Isinjiro.
Right? The gentleman that once said, arrest this guy.
Yes.
That's a power of entrepreneurship.
So, but the factory didn't. When the COVID came in and so on, I couldn't have the money to continue. So I got some other people who have big money and they bought in shares and so on. I have a few shares there. But the factory is still working, serving the public and doing very well. Now
that produces which juice?
Yes, juice, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I started looking at girls who are very poor. Girls who are in the villages finish senior 4 and they get married. I said, no, let me put up a school for girl child. Let me put up a school so that when girls finish senior 4, they can come and be trained as nurses and midwives so that they can save Ugandans. That is the building we are seeing down here. It's one of the best buildings we have, one of the best schools. That building, the school is called Evelyn, School of Nursing and Midwifery. Evelyn is my mother.
Yes, remember? I remember you said.
And
yes.
I called that school Evelyn in remembrance of my mother. Now I have 200 girls
so far
and boys who are being trained to work in hard to reach areas.
Yes.
Just being trained to work in hard to reach areas. And I feel very great.
Wow.
The hospital is employing people.
Yes.
The school is employing people. The factory is employing people.
And that's
all that from somebody who stole milk from his father.
I'm telling you. Let's yes.
Remember?
Yes.
But all this depend on resilience.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Right?
We have seen that. Not every other, because from I've been picking your points where from the time they asked whether you wanted to join army and civilian, from that time you chose civilian, to when you agreed to go to LUWEERO, to when you persisted and said, yes, I'm here in UK, everything is okay, but I have to go back to school. And to when the president asks whether you want a job or not, and you choose not to have a job, there are not so many people. I would think that you would be now a minister or so, if you so wished. Yes.
I came here and I got involved in the community development work, right?
Yes.
I started working on HIVs. I went to the field. I educated the people again on areas of HIV to avoid HIV infection. I worked on malaria. I worked everywhere. There's a university called the Uganda Pentecostal University. They picked me. They gave me an honorary doctorate, PhD, Doctor of Laws. That was the first PhD I got. I worked so hard. I was appointed to head the whole Church of Uganda.
As head of laity.
Head of laity for the whole of Church of Uganda. The whole Church of Uganda. I was the head, the top. I traveled the whole country encouraging Christians, Anglicans, to make sure that they don't only go to church to pay 10 shillings, but to put up projects. It is me who encourage the Christians to put up income generating projects in the church, so they can get money from these income getting projects and they support their church and their priests. You see? And I did that. You see? I chair some university. I'm a chairman of council.
Yes.
Bishop Stewart, I was chairman of deputy chairman of Bishop Stewart University. Now I'm a chairman of council. Ankole Western University. I'm a chairman of Uganda Pentecostal University. And I'm serving. Now I'm a chairman of proprietors, private proprietors schools, private schools in Western region. All private schools in Western region, we are forming up a group. We want to make up a bank, and I'm a chairman of this.
And you will get it.
We shall get there. I'm going to move in our Western region and recruit people, and we save together and we make a bank. In 5 years, we shall be having a bank for schools, where schools will go and get money from. You remember the bank we used to have of cooperative bank, where cooperators would go and get money?
Yes.
We are going to have a bank where private schools will go and get money and put up buildings. We are going to do it.
So that next time when COVID hits,
we have where to go.
Yes.
And to be helping the government. And the government is going to help us as well, because we serve the government.
Wow, a lot from the doctor himself. Now let's focus on this young man and women watching us. A story, of course, told is a story that we pick lessons from. Though now let's focus on Dr. KAREMA, the entrepreneur, Dr. KAREMA, the businessman. When you were, by the way, when you were stealing milk, you had a dream at that time?
I just wanted to study and be like others. That's all. I didn't know that it would go all this far. So let me go and study and know how to read and write.
Because you are okay.
Yes. See, God was planning for
quite much
things. Recently, in 2014, I got a PhD. I started a PhD for 3 years. I'm a doctor of science now. From milk of from milk stealing. Now I have 2 PhDs, honorary PhD and my own research PhD. But all this comes from nowhere else but hard work
and resilience.
Not giving up. In everything I have done,
yes,
there has not been any simple thing. In my life, I've never had any simple thing sailing through. I struggle. I have been struggling. I'm a struggler. I have struggled since I was young. I struggled since I was looking after the cows of my father when I was 8, 9, 10. Struggled up to this hour. I'm still struggling. I'm struggling to put up a bank, a big bank for cooperatives, for
private
schools proprietors. And if God can give me 5 years more to live, you will see it happen.
Maybe to get this clear, in case you just joined us, I want you to appreciate the man that we have. If today you appointed, we've seen your colleagues pushed to other countries as ambassadors. If today appointed some of these big positions in the government. We're talking about Minister X, Ministry X. Do we find Dr. KAREMA getting there? Allowing to serve people in such capacities?
I have a lot in my hands that I can do to help Ugandans here. For example, the work I'm doing now down in this school. I want to have this school as exemplary. The school has got CCTV camera. CCTV camera, you have seen it?
Yes.
Is there? I have underground water. I have all that is required. I want to make it exemplary school. I have a hospital. I have all these things I'm doing. I am busy. At the same time, I can support the government in any way.
Wow.
If the president said now, KAREMA, go and take care of this, as long as I can remain around and take care of my things, I can do that. But this question of saying go where and leave my business here and leave no. I think I would ask the president, please forgive me for that.
That is the point. This is the man we have. I told you about Appreciate One, and he puts business first. So there's a gentleman here struggling to begin and also, of course, sail through. Some of them have started their businesses already. What has been this key one? Of course, I think you must have already answered this, but what is, keeping you in business?
Well, there are issues that one has to think about before you start a business. One of them is vision. Do you really want this business? Do you like it? Are you going in for money, or you have interest in it? Me, I started the hospital. I had reasons as to why I started the hospital, not to make money, but to help the people. I want to be a center for HIV and AIDS, to help people. I achieved it. Now I've started the school. My aim is to make sure that I help the girls who otherwise would just be made off and never have opportunity, so that they can go to hard to reach areas. That's my mission. I started a factory so that people can bring their fruits in and I help them sell them and they get money so that they can improve their income. You must have vision. You must have why you are doing certain business. Right? So that's one. Two, you must know that everything is not going to be simple. You must be prepared for challenges, so that when a challenge comes, you don't just say, oh, and then you give up. You fall down, you stand up. Fall down, stand up, and so on. Money is not there. Use the little money that you have and you plan within the money that you have. Plan within that money that you have and do the little you can, but do it very well. Yes.
Wow. Are you picking something? Recently we saw when Wanyama visited this side, the New Vision head, he recognized you as one of their biggest partners for some good time. Me, who is running a small business that might not really afford to become that big advertiser of on the traditional media, one would say, are there some rudimentary ways you used before to get your business? What's the best way? What can sell the business best?
Customers are very good advertising agents. You may not be having money to give to the radio or the TV, or what, but what you do, what you produce, and you give the customer, that customer will appreciate, and he'll take the message, and he'll take his friend. The word of mouth is more important than the radio.
Wow.
So when you are doing something, do it well. When it is very small, do it well, so that people can like it. So that people can come to it, and they pick it, and they take it, and they love it, and it will give you more customers. You may not be having money to advertise and so on and so forth.
Yes. But just do that thing very well.
Do that thing very well. If our young people, the little they can do, if they can do it very well, it would be wonderful.
The little that we can do.
Yes.
If
do
we do it very well.
Very well. Very well. Don't rush that you want to get money very quick. Concentrate, go slowly, do it very well, so that when people come and they can see the story of it. You start like this, now you are here, now tomorrow you are here, and so on, you progress. These big people you see in Mbires, these Wabamnos and so on, they started poorly, but because of resilience and trying to do better, they are there, they are rich, they are what they are. And the whole world is yours, young people. You still have a lot. For us, we're in the evening over our time. It is 6 p.m. Yours is 6 a.m. You still have a lot of. I don't see why young men should rush. Go slowly. Do something very small, very perfectly well. Do it nicely. Get advice from some people who have gone through the same experience. Visit other areas. Pick experience, learn from other people, and you'll be successful.
Doctor, let's look at the two periods. Your times are, I believe, totally different from today. While a young doctor sailed through a lot of hurdles, I would say today we have quite a number of opportunities. Is there one thing or two that you believe or you have noticed young people today are not doing right?
Well, days are different, as you are saying. Today there are lots of opportunities, more than it was before. A lot of young people have gone into media, and there's a lot of media, but some of it is being misused. That's an area that if I had power, I would invite all youth and educate them on how they should behave when they are using media. It is what you write, it's what you say, that people conclude what you are. You see?
Wow.
You see?
Yes.
If you are a young man and you know your name, your hang and so on, and you start, because you have media, you start writing nonsense and so on, people say, oh, this is a man who writes rubbish. But then when you there is a man I enjoy his writings, Karejira. I don't know him. I have never met him.
It's called Timothy Karejira.
I admire the way he writes, very objectively. Now, young men should not misuse media. Media is a very creative business, right? But as you asked, that's the area where young men can make a lot of money. But I would appeal to them that they should use it very, very carefully and nicely, giving the glory to God, not misusing it.
Wow.
And let me say this before we finish. There's nothing that you put in your effort in and you're not paid.
There's nothing that you'll put your effort in and you're not paid.
No. You put in your effort, you work very hard, God will bless the hands. The works of your hands, God will bless you. You wake up, you get your hoe, you go to the garden, you dig from morning to evening, definitely rain, and you get the yield. You go in the office, you are there researching the whole day, you remove the shirt, you go there, and God will reward you. You get money. Make a research, you do the work very well, not shabby work. You present your work, you'll be paid very well. You make your name. Anything you do, and you do it well, you'll be paid. There's nothing for nothing. There's nothing you do well that will never be paid. So my appeal to young people is that they should try their best. The little they can do it well, and they will be paid.
Wow. There's nothing for nothing, and he certainly says there must be something for something.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you what you're planning. We already know you're planning to have a bank for cooperative arrangement for private schools.
Yes.
I wanted you to end advising young people, and you've done it very perfectly. We can only say thank you very much for allowing to talk to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Safe for COVID, but I'm safe.
Safe for
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes.
Wow. What can we say beyond that? Thank you very much for choosing to watch the Startup Talk. The beauty with this is that this video will remain here forever. So anytime, anywhere, you can share this with your colleagues, and they should watch this. We've been supported by Empower Youth in Technology. It's a tech hub here in Mbarara, located at former Standard Chartered Bank building next to Umeme. If you reach that very building that formerly had Tuwereza, apparently has Apple Dodo supermarket, up there on level 3, we should be able to get us. If you're a young man working on a business idea, there is quite a number of same guys like you seated in that room that are working on their ideas. Now, beyond that, we're also supported by Elsmart Uganda, Elsmart Conservation Technologies. These young people do charcoal briquettes and eco stove, all that. It is some other prize you can take to your mother this very season. Also Bamsalim Limited, these guys do interlocking blocks. With these bricks, you don't have to use mortar or what we call musenyo. You just put them around and you can reduce 70% of your building budget. We're also supported by Guza UG, www.guzaug.com. It's another platform where you find products that are only made in Uganda. You won't find laptops, but if you want a chair like this, if you want some cool jacket, then you're going to find them on that very one. It's been the Startup Talk. Sankara Beruhanga. We have to call it a week. Thank you very much.
You're watching Amidst TV, empowering you.